price of XRP is over $59,000 as 19 central banks revealed. A huge amount of Europe has just set the value of XRP at $50,000 per coin to begin with, which is worth 9.4 billion euros in 2025. In fact, XRP can now be used to pay for things across Europe, and Ripple is now a part of the Digital Euro initiative. The project's goal is to make XRP the main way people pay for things online, gradually getting rid of the standard euro. This news comes at the same time that Europe's biggest bank says it will use XRP for faster institutional and international payments. The bank also published a story confirming the move around the world to use XRP as a payment method instead of the digital euro. A number of financial capitalists and venture capitalist companies have also said that they think the price of XRP will be between 10,000 and 0 cents and 35,000 and 0 cents per XRP. That information comes from Jimmy Valley, managing director of Vale Capital. He said that he thinks XRP will be worth between $10,000 0 cents and $35,000 0 cents per coin once it is regulated and known as the world's first currency. Vale Capital is now a well-known and respected venture capital company in Europe. Of course, this all points to one clear way. In its place will be XRP, the digital euro, and 19 central banks around the world, including those in Europe, have already agreed and started buying XRP to make that happen. Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about the price of XRP. One XRP is currently worth $2.11, but it's important to note that XRP is actually worth tens of thousands of dollars. The real price we've been getting is between 10,000 and 50,000 euro. Europe has set it at 50,000 euros, and venture capital firms think it will reach 10,000 euros in the next 2 to 3 years. In fact, Ripple has joined the DEA to help the growth of CBDC. And it was just announced that the MD of Ripple Europe has confirmed that the digital euro has a stablecoin on the XRP ledger. Once more, this is huge, and it happened very recently, less than 8 days ago. France, which is in charge of the digital euro program, just said in a video released yesterday that the digital euro is moving forward and is now in the planning phase. The head of the European Central Bank is meeting with Mitchell S. Barr, who used to work as an advisor for Ripple. France also made it public that they are working with Ripple and gave XRP high marks. The start of the phase of preparation. It will be a trip, and the legislator and I will go on it together. To make sure that Europe has the currency of the future, all of its institutions will work together. Cash will always be around. You'll be able to choose between cash and digital cash. What does it mean to you? It would be free and simple for people to use everywhere in the euro area. All of that is, of course, subject to the political process. You can choose between cash and digital. Choose how to spend your euro. The new XRP ETP is now live on 3 European platforms, which is more proof that Europe is the first place where XRP is being used. Of course, it's not just Europe that has chosen to switch to using XRP. Many other countries and continents have also done so. For instance, India recently made history when it teamed up with Ripple to make it possible for India to make a payment using XRP. Yes, India and the United Arab Emirates just made their first deal for crude oil in their own currencies. The deal took place on the XRP system, which is part of the RippleNet system. This basically let a $500 0-cent trillion oil business onto the XRP system. Plus, Ripple has made their situation in the UAE even stronger by announcing a big partnership with the DI. It was said that XRP could be worth between $10,000 0 cents and $35,000 0 cents per coin once it is regulated and proven to be the world's first currency. Now we need to tell you about our partner Uphold. Uphold has promised that everyone watching this movie will get up to $100 0 cents for free, so you can all get even more XRP. To get the reward, all you have to do is comment with XRP, hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. You also need to sign up for Uphold using the link in the description and finish a transaction. The deal can be for any amount from 1 penny to $10, and you'll get your sweet referral bonus afterward. That being said, let's play the clip for this absolutely huge announcement. The biggest venture capitalist in Europe has stated that the price of XRP is between 10,000 and 35,000 euros per coin. This is the first time that the price of XRP has been over $50,000 0 cents per coin. Let's play the movie. From your own honest point of view, where do you think XRP will be a month after regulation? Yes. For this reason, we think the SEC case is the last piece in the regulatory puzzle that needs to fall, and that could be fixed. There are many ways to solve the problem, but one way is for the government to step in and make rules. But we know it's coming soon, right? Therefore, when I say imminent, I would be surprised if we were still involved in the SEC lawsuit in 3 months. Things are so bad around the world that I think we need an answer, like an XRP for quick cash flow as soon as possible. The question then is, okay, we've solved it magically. Where does the cost go? It's not hard to guess that it's a large number. As a result, I believe it goes up right away to $10.00 or even $20.00. The thing that makes me nervous is that there is a deal between states and central banks that would make XRP the world's bridge currency and a neutral asset that central banks could trade with each other to change one type of fiat to another. In that case, it's back to what we were talking about before. It's got to cover most of the money. I also think you're looking at an area where XRP would agree to settle. This would happen right away, and each coin would be worth between $10,000.00 and $35,000.00. And our lives might stay the same or change, I'm not sure. Most likely, a little different. A huge amount of interest has been paid to XRP Ledger. To be fair, it does make sense. We're seeing billions and billions of dollars enter the XRP Ledger, and it looks like it will only keep going up at an exponential rate. In fact, we see projects that use not only XRP but also the XRP Ledger to build and add multi-million and billion-dollar companies like Walmart and Amazon. BandChange is one of these sites that has now been made public. It is the best place to use the XRP Ledger. It's the best place to trade all tokens, not just the XRP Ledger. This includes EVM chain tokens, the XRP Ledger, and the Solana chain. They also have an app for Android and Apple phones that lets XRP Ledger users do business and see real-time prices. They also have all the newest tokens, such as XRP Ledger main coins and XRP Ledger utility coin. What's really crazy is that Band Exchange officially launched their own token, the BXE token, on their exchange. And people on the XRP Ledger thought that this would be the next big bull run token. To put it another way, the BXE token is the original token for Band Exchange. The bank exchange will handle millions of dollars worth of transactions every day. To give you an idea, the Crypto.com token, CRO, only works on the Crypto.com exchange, and it went up hundreds of thousands of % in just a few days after it launched. It's likely that the BXC coin will do the same, if not even bigger, as the number